If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs.
Really cool looking set. Most of this is coming from Legion, but we're mixing different tiers here. Tomb of Sargeras Mythic, Fallen Avatar, 9% on the drop rate for those Mythic Shoulders for Paladin. Next up, we're going to hook you up with the chest, which is from the Nighthold. Croesus is lost 12% on the drop rate for that chest. We're also pulling from that Nighthold raid, the belt, as well as the legs. Yes, the belt, Gilded Nightborn Waistplate. Somehow I kind of think that Nightborn should have been and could have been Paladin. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Anyway, the legs, leg plates of the High Lord Nighthold is place Gul'dan, 15% on the drop rate for those legs. Now, of course, following the legs, we usually go right to the boots, which you really can't see here on a Zaldalari lady. The Nighthold, once again, so that's the fourth piece we're pulling from the Nighthold. Doing the spin, showing the cloak, which I believe is going to be coming from Tomb of Sargeras, if I'm not mistaken. The hands, Dragon Soul Heroic, in order to get those hands. So you can see the boss who can't sleep. Wrist plates of the Broken Doubt, It's a good name, I think. Draenei Dude showing the back, which is Tomb of Sargeras Mythic. The Desolate Host drops it. Kind of a fair drop rate for the Radiant Cape. That's probably the same raid as the shoulders. Radiant Helm is also from that raid, Tomb of Sargeras, but this is the regular version on that helm. And the weapon, Lightborn Spire, it's a quest reward from Old School Wrath. Once again, you gotta be Kyrian in order to pick up this set, but then again, guess what? That's probably the choice for most Paladin. Discord and Collector Shoulders, that's Bastion. Kyrian Campaign, Rep and Renown to get those shoulders. The chest is super easy to get, Macquarie. It's part of that Unsullied catch-up gear, yes, from Heinz itself. Unsullied plate, breastplate. You got a 100% chance to get that look if you get that Unsullied chest piece, so you got to get that from various mobs or purchase it for currency. The belt is Bastion, Kyrian Campaign, Rep and Renown on that belt. Next up are the legs, which are part of the same catch-up set from Macquarie, which of course is that last patch from Legion. As you can see, that's one of the Unsullied things. So same exact thing that went with the chest goes with the legs, the feet, Bastion, Kyrian Campaign, in order to pick that up. Moving on, we're going to hook you up with, I do believe, the wrists, Castle Nathria, Huntsman Altamore is his name, I think. I don't know. He's not going to last very long with the raiders around anyway. The back piece is also Castle Nathria. The shield is Hellfire Citadel Heroic. Of course, that's coming from WAD. And the final piece, or second to final piece, is the headpiece. That's BFA level engineering to get those goggles. Now the final piece, which would be the single-handed sword, Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic, Paragons of the Claxi. I did a similar look to this going back a while, and we're switching it up and making it better. Siege of Orgrimmar LFR for the shoulders. Of course, that's a great looking Paladin tier from Mop. The chest, we're looking at Valorous Aegis Tunic, Ulduar. Yogg-Saron is the boss. We're also going to pull those legs from Ulduar. Next up, we're going to hook you up with Belt in a Blood Elf Paladin, and he's showing the Throne of Thunder Heroic version of the bubbling anime belt. No, you don't get free anima for Shadowlands by hooking up with that particular belt. I'm sure no one was going to ask that question. I don't know why I answered it. Laggards of the Peaceful Covenant, that would be purchased from the Legacy Justice Quartermaster in Dalaran, Wrath of the Lich King version. The feet, Greaves of Wu the Younger. That would be Lost City of Tol'vir. Lockmaw is where you get it from. Kind of a fair drop rate, but it's a dungeon, so it's repeatable. Doing the spin, showing those wings. Paladins love wings, right? Bindings of Ancient Spirits, Mugashan Vault for the hands, or should I say in this case, those are the bracers that we're hooking you up with. And the bag is the Selfless Wings of the Ascended Bastion Kyrian Campaign, Rep and Renown, for those blue and gold wings. And helm, part of the same tier set as the chest as well as the legs, which we're going to get from Ulduar. The weapon is basically a pretty cool looking chopper, Nax. Okay, we got a little bit of a gray and pink, and gray and pink works for Paladin. Shoulder guards of Radiant Glory. We're pulling this from Dragon Soul Heroic. That is the place Haggara the Stormbringer, or Binder. I think Bringer sounds better than Binder. Anyway, the chest, heavy mithril breastplate. This is a vanilla level blacksmithing piece. You could find a blacksmith, or you could buy it on the auction house. Probably be relatively cheap. Shiver Sleet Waist Guard. This is from Tomb of Sargeras LFR version. Harjaden is the boss. Roughly about a 5% on the drop rate. Thank you, Mr. Torn, for showing us the belt. Next up, heavy mithril pants. Part of the same crafted set from vanilla as the chest, so that's an easy get right there. Actually, you can go with anything silver or gray. That's a chest and leg piece because you got the tabard covering things up. Pillar foot greaves, as you can see where to get that. Gloves of Radiant Glory. Dragon Soul Heroic. That's the gist of this set. Dragon Soul Heroic. The back, Mantle of Desire, Hyjal Mountain. It's quest reward. If you do the quest, you have access to all those capes to mod them, by the way. The Tabard Kirin Tor Offensive, Isle of Thunder, Kirin Tor Offensive Quartermaster, Gold, and Exalted. I think that's like one of two tabards that have like more than one look or more than one version. And there's the headpiece, typical Paladin set, and Touch of the Damn Black Temple for the mace. I'm basically mixing tiers from Wrath of the Lich King here, and keep in mind this is an alliance only set. Ulduar, shoulders, this is where you get in the shoulders as well as the gloves, so get ready to go to Ulduar and drive some vehicles, and they got a lot of good mods though, a lot of good mod stuff in Ulduar. Trial of the Crusader for the chest. We're also pulling the legs from there as well as the boots. The belt is kind of throwing a little bit of a curve at you. This is Mumbling Anime Belt. I know it says bumbling. I like mumbling better. Throne of Thunder, Cache of Storms, 14% on that drop rate for the belt from Mop. The legs, part of the same tier set as the chest, Trial of the Crusader Heroic, although I do think I'm mixing Heroic with the regular one here. Thought it looked a little better. The feet, Landfall War Boots. The Jade Forest, that's quest reward, that's alliance only. Yes, we are practicing a little bit of discrimination for the alliance here. It's just, you know, that's what I do on days that end with Y. The hands are the handguards of the Enclave. That'd be Ulduar Steelbreaker, 15% on the drop rate. A good question would be, why am I showing Horde tunes with Mog that's really for alliance? And the fact is, it gives people ideas. You know, maybe you just look at it and say, oh, wait a minute, I got an idea what I could do for my Horde Paladin. Maybe not, but just my thoughts. As you can see, the weapon from Wrath. Yellow and light blue, and it works for Paladin very well. Lightning Emperor Shoulder Guards. Part of the Emperor's new clothes from Throne of Thunder. So you can see the boss at about a 13% drop rate for those shoulders. We're also going to be pulling the gloves, the belt, and the boots, all from Throne of Thunder regular version. So you got a good reason to go there. A lot of nice mounts, a lot of nice pets, a lot of cool xmog stuff from that raid. So it's always worth doing. Refreshing Abalone Girdle, that's Throne of Thunder. Tortoise is the boss, 5% on the drop rate. Now for the legs, which are part of the same set. That's a dungeon drop set from the Burning Crusade. As you can see, the Underbog is where you get these legs. So also not a bad dungeon that you could head over to. The feet, Ice Scored Treads. That would be Throne of Thunder, Flaming Heads. 10% drop rate to get that, doing spin, showing the cloak with first hands. As we said, Throne of Thunder. High Priestess Marley drops those gloves. But now we're going to hook you up with the back, which is the Sand Silk Cape. Dire Maul, Warpwood Tanglers drop it, but you could also buy it on the auction house. That's probably the best way to go. Showing Ferrandis a little bit of love. I always like that guy hanging around in Azuna. So you're going to need some gold and reputation to get that tabard. And the headpiece, Demon Gaze Helm. It's pretty cool looking. And the weapon, Dragon Soul. As you can see, the boss who can't sleep. My name is Luxeley. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. If you're going to leave a like on one of my videos, I strongly ask you, maybe you could do it on the next one that you watch. A couple more xmogs if you're curious or interested. Leave you with a final thought. Just make your day absolutely epic.